Hey, man, how's it going?
Hi, guys.
How's
everything going with you, man?
It's
good to
going
see you.
all right. It's been weird, but it's going all right.
You know, speaking of weird, I've talked to you before. First of
Yeah.
all,
How you doing, Will?
I'm good. You still remember my name?
Yeah, dude.
That's
Talked
excellent.
last time.
Exactly. Okay, man. I'm sorry. Just personal subject. I know, but
All right.
I gotta ask. I read some stuff. You're going through a divorce.
Yes.
What happened, man? I met your future ex. She seemed nice. What's going on? What's going on, man?
She is really nice.
Okay.
We were going through some rough times last couple of years.
Okay.
We did what we could to, get ahead of it, but
Okay.
things get hard, and sometimes you can't keep each other happy the way you used to.
Right.
So we gave each other a little bit of space.
Okay.
That space turned into a little bit more space.
Oh, boy.
And the separation really kind of became permanent. I'd say probably April.
Oh, okay.
And then, it's just been a matter of time and going back and forth and figuring out who's going to file.
Well, I was going to ask about the boys.
The boys are doing great.
Okay.
Gavin, my eldest, just did an episode of Criminal Minds that aired a couple weeks ago.
Nice. Was he a dead child?
No, he was not a dead child. He was
Okay.
a witness.
Oh, good,
And
good.
The scene that he was in sort of got cut down, so he's sort of just in the background.
Okay.
There. He's done some commercials, some national stuff.
Okay.
Same with my middle child.
Oh, nice.
That's Dorian, and Lorelai's been doing a little bit of acting. Auditioning, hasn't booked anything yet, but
Okay.
yeah, the kids are all.
So I heard you have a new girlfriend.
I do.
How's that going?
It's going really well. We started dating a couple months back, and things are good. It's it's really one of those emotionally supportive things, and it's good.
Do you have any advice on because I just got married? Do you have any advice on?
Actually, it's interesting because the advice I used to always give in response to that is some advice that my soon-to-be ex-father-in-law gave me, and it was remember that no matter what, you are the asshole. No matter what the argument's about, no matter what's going on, you're the asshole. But honestly, I think it's just about communication. The more honest and open the communication is, the easier it'll be to get over things, to move past things, to deal with things. If you let things fester and you don't talk about being unhappy and, things go sour real quick.
Do you think you'll ever get hitched again?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But it would. I'm not going to completely write it out, but it would definitely take something
Like a miracle.
amazing to make that happen again. Yeah.
Donald Trump and Billy Bush's locker room talk will hurt future men getting married?
I think that their locker room talk was completely inappropriate. I feel like it means a lot more to society in general that things like that be dealt with, because that's the normalization of rape culture, and that's a bigger issue than two guys having a conversation in a locker room.
So we shouldn't grab women in the pussy.
No, I have never
see.
even had a conversation
Okay.
like that. Well, you can if they ask you to.
Oh, okay.
Then you're cool. But,
Right.
I was talking to somebody else about this. I did a safety in cosplay panel at a convention I was at recently.
Right.
Not only is no means no, but
Right.
anything other than yes also means no.
Okay.
Like you need an explicit yes for these things. And
Right.
Donald Trump's conversation
It was kind of weird.
is horrible, casts a bad light on men in general, but
It did.
I don't think most men even feel that way or think that way.
Right.
But yeah,
I was just in the locker room today. I didn't talk to anybody in there.
you didn't talk to anybody in there, especially about that kind of stuff, right?
Well, I didn't know anybody either. I'm not going to just start bragging about it.
I think what he was trying to go for is like, that's conversations you have with your buddies or like with your teammate or whatever, and I get it. And yeah, there is some conversation of conquests and who you're dating and what's going on sometimes, but like on a arrogant, violent, rapist
Right.
level, like
Right.
no, I don't think that's anything that belongs in civilized society.
So here's the question: Jumanji, right?
Right.
They have. Well, we'll talk about the sequel in a second.
Okay.
But if you got the board game to Jumanji, would you play it?
Yes, I would.
Really?
I would.
Like-
even though the stuff that comes out of it is intense and exciting, as long as you finish the game, it all goes away and goes back to normal.
Nah.
Knowing that now, Hell yeah, I'd roll the dice.
You'd roll the dice.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, I got one last question thing about the divorce, man, which I know is a touchy subject, but
It's okay.
I have always felt that, especially in California, men get screwed on divorces.
Well, I think men can get screwed on divorces.
Okay.
Like I said, with my wife and I, we're fairly amicable.
Okay.
So what I'm hoping for is 2 signatures and a handshake.
No. Okay.
If it does end up going legal, then it's a matter of who's got better representation and all of that stuff. And
Did you hire the law
hoping,
firm?
I have not. I actually have not retained any legal counsel because,
Okay.
again, I'm hoping my wife and I can just be, we both agree, hey, this was a thing that we decided should be over. Let's split everything and call it a day.
All right. That's
But in the state of in most states, but especially in California, the man tends to get shafted, and
Yeah, definitely.
And father's rights are so much less than mother's rights in a lot of cases.
that's what I see.
So it's a problem, but there's imbalances on all sides of the system.
Right. Right.
Do you,
Okay.
do you get recognized more for playing Chip in Beauty and the Beast or the kid in Jumanji?
Usually the kid in Jumanji, just because people can see my face.
They can't, like, kids
I
don't-
don't
do kids hear
look
your
like a
voice?
cop.
No.
And I don't sound like that anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Now, but
There's a girl in the castle.
when I'm doing like conventions or whatever, people seem to care more about Beauty and the Beast. Like that seems to get more attention.
That's like my girl's favorite movie.
Yeah?
So she
That's cool.
told me to ask you about something about Beauty and the Beast. you know?
Well, all right then.
that must have really been good as a teenager, like being in either movie. Like that must have been really good life.
It was awesome. It came with some issues because a lot of it was I didn't know who was really my friend and who was
Yeah.
just kind of trying to weasel in to like be close to the famous guy or whatever.
Right.
And also, especially in Hollywood, a lot of people are trying to be actors. So there's that influence there, which is kind of a problem sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. And look good luck with your new girlfriend. And
Thank you.
Awesome shit.
Yeah,
All right,
things are going well. I'm finding a new stability, so it's good.
It's good to see you again.
Good to see you.
All right, man. Thanks.
Have a good one.
All right.
Thank you so much. There's a new. It's a new Jumanji. It's not a remake. It's supposedly a sequel. And none of the original cast.
No, none of the original cast is in it, and I think part of that is because Robin said that he wouldn't have anything to do with the sequel when he was still alive.
Okay.
And actually, when I first heard about it, I was livid. I was really upset. Actually, I did a conversation with Will and with TMZ about it because I thought it seemed greedy and insensitive. But as I started to see more about like the casting and stuff, it's not really a reboot. It's really kind of like it's somewhere between sequel and just a completely new concept that just happens to feature Jumanji the game.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I've seen some of the concept art. I've seen some of the wardrobe stuff. The Rock and Kevin Hart both tweeted, on-set photos of them, in costume and stuff, which is kind of cool. So.
So you're not upset over the fact that there's nobody. You're not going to be in it.
No, and here's the thing. I think because
Do you want to be in it?
I would love to have been in it. I mean, if they offered me a cameo, they said, "Hey, come on, we'll put you in a scene or whatever."
Yeah.
I would love to, but I think because they're trying to go in a completely different direction, trying to bring anybody from the original cast in just wouldn't. It's a top secret thing, and actually, this is probably the first anybody's going to hear about it. But I signed the inside of The Rock and his cousin, the stunt doubles, belt for the costumes for Jumanji. So, hey, Rock, check your belt. Dude. Put it up, the little flap inside the buckle. Signed that for you.
I know you.
Go ahead.
I know you says for you, if they asked you to be in it, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
But you're not. It's not tripping like that. I'm really upset you're not going to be in the movie. I was wondering about if I could start a petition to have Bradley Pierce in the movie.
Now, see, that would be awesome if we could get enough.
Yes.
Get the fan base activated.
Right.
Get people into it. That'd be great.
Because that's what I want. I mean, I feel like there's no reason why you shouldn't be in the movie.
If it's a completely new universe and a completely new imagining, then there isn't. But the thing about it is they could have done an actual sequel. I wanted to see one where I've got kids and Kirsten Dunst is like single career woman in New York, and she comes out and I end up playing the game with her and my kids. Like that was a concept.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It is amazing.
And it would have covered it without having to have Robin Williams involved. But like,
Do you think Robin Williams would have wanted this?
would he have wanted the reimagining? I don't know. To be honest with you, I think that there may have been some legal issue with him being attached to the franchise. But I think that if he, just based on what I've seen, if he knew the concept and how different it was, I think he would have been cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, man. Well, thank you. It's always good to see you, bro.
Good luck.
All right, man.
Good luck on your
All right, man. Yeah.